Hello there, welcome to another episode of Waifu, where you fricked up. If you guys aren't aware of what this series is a series of videos in which you submit a clip to me in my Discord, specifically in my clip advice channel, and I'll teach you where you went wrong. It's literally as simple as that. Not to be confused with my other series, W.Y.F.U, where I fricked up, where I tell you guys where I went wrong. I would definitely have plans to get this series back on track because I only made one video of each, but hopefully we can do more in the future. So if you guys want me to review your clip, potentially in a video and probably on stream as well, make sure you join the Discord and submit it there. When to use Wraith portal? Come on, don't hesitate, just do it.
Same here.
Down low to the left.
It's a pub.
Oh.
It's a
I
pub.
roasted him alive. He's low.
I'm standing. Just alone. I'll answer.
Yeah, I needed him. Should be out in the open. Behind me. Team does good. I'm getting three. Look up top here. Up top.
Oh shit.
That was tragic.
I'm coming back.
That was tragic.
I don't have any fucking shields. Do
you have portal?
That was tragic,
We
bro.
gotta go. We can't be here. We can't be here.
You have portal?
Rest in pasta. An actual tragedy.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to do with it? I don't have anything. I'm gonna die the second I get out of this place. I don't want to go here. I hate this place. It is chaos incarnate, and I have nothing.
Oh no, he's a complainer.
Needed him.
He's a complainer. He's one of those types of people. The only thing I can say here is just like, you just missed, and that's why you lost, because you missed. I know how it's like obvious, but there's no like position or anything.
Should be out in the open.
If anything, maybe you should have kept playing this rock. I can't say that because like I probably would have pushed out too. I mean, maybe like the smarter decision is to be playing the rock or whatever, especially because you have a PK. Because you know if this is a rock, right? You want to play in and out of it, right? Peek out, you shoot, and then you go back to like go right, and then you come out, shoot, and then you go back. That's the smart way to be using it. Using rock to play a PK. Do I actually do that? Sometimes. Should I do it more? Yeah. Understandable. Have a nice day. That you didn't do it because oh, it's ranked. Oh shit, it's plat. Never freaking mind, bro. Never freaking mind. I thought it was a pub. Okay, changing things up. If the Bloodhound is roasted, I do think pushing is a good idea. I don't think the whole thing about wait for your team or whatever right now. It's not a big deal. I do think your teammates should have helped you more. Like this person does have an angle right here. What is that? Fane definitely has an angle on this Bloodhound as the Bloodhound backs away. So I think Fane should absolutely be targeting this Bloodhound. I don't know if they are. Oh, no, they're not. It's really like if you're not playing a controller, like the quick scoping thing like that, it really isn't all that worth it. Especially with the Peacekeeper, like the time that it takes for you to ADS with the Peacekeeper when you're trying to do quick scopes, you could just use that extra like millisecond or a few milliseconds to readjust just your hip fire, because it's going to be the same spread if you fire it that fast after you ADS, because it's not going to have the time to choke to tighten the spread or whatever. With the Peacekeeper, you want to take your time to hit your shots, which I know is like sounds a little redundant because of how slow it is. Trust me, just take your time. Just take your time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. This is ranked.
Should be out in the open.
So now I'm like, okay, you're aggro pushing for no reason. Okay, now it changes. I thought it was a pub, so I'm like, yeah, dude, go ahead and freaking do it. But now it's like you see that I think it's solid to assume that the other enemies are right here, right? I think it's solid because you haven't gotten shot from your back yet, where you guys are really exposed. So if this was me, I'd be like, oh, okay, we haven't got shot from our back now, so I'm assuming they're over here. I don't know if you can see them, you can't, but that would be going through my head right now. And so I would be very, very not comfortable with pushing out into the open like you do here, right? I would really be like, I'm not doing that. This was definitely a positioning thing too as well. It would have been easier if you had stayed more or less where you are. You wouldn't actually be moving as much. So since you wouldn't be moving as much, it'd be easier for you to like track them even though they're farther away, in my opinion, because you wouldn't need to have like a very big hit on them if they are as fried as your teammates said they were. At the end of the day, don't push out into the open like that, because you don't know where the enemy teams are. You don't know where the enemy teammates are. So just like you push out in the open, you have no cover, you can't play anything.
I don't have anything. I'm gonna die the second I get out of this place. I don't want to go here. I hate this place. It is chaos incarnate, and I have nothing.
Actual complainer, Labal. Ren, listen, I know I called you a better player than me. I think I'm gonna take that back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mechanically, you're pretty good. I know you missed all those shots, but like mechanically, you're pretty decent. Unless you were smurfing and you were just like ego challenging everybody, and you're like, "Frick it, I don't give a shit." That's understandable. And that's understandable, right? If you're smurfing and you're like, "Yeah, dude, these guys are ass. I'll just ego challenge them," and then you had unlucky shots. That's another thing. That could be a possibility. But if that's not the case, oh, I'm sorry. They were just overall very uncoordinated. One thing that I
Portal?
Yeah, but what am I supposed to do with it?
portal out. Like, right there, Fane could have absolutely survived. Fane could have saved himself and Gibraltar. 100%. When you hear another team, right?
Behind me. Another team, another team.
When you hear that, as soon as you hear another team, you know what you instantly do as a Wraith? You pop portal and you dip. You dip, go back the way you came. That's instantly what you do. Don't hesitate, you just do it. In terms of the whole team surviving, that was on Fane. Fane was still full 150. Fane could have gotten the Gibraltar out, and they could have probably left and let these two teams fight it out, grab banner, come back, maybe. Right? They might have banner camped, but right there, the survival of the team, even if Ren didn't go down, the survival of the team's on Fane. Fane determines whether you live in that situation or not with his portal, and he didn't do it, and that's why, as a squad, that's why they died. Not specifically why Ren died. Ren died because he aggro pushed and got rolled, but as a squad, they died because Fane didn't use his portal. And not to put it, okay, that's kind of like a little too much. Maybe I'm putting all on Fane. I think what really could have also happened here is that if he didn't aggro, Ren didn't aggro push, he knocks the Bloodhound from not aggro pushing, then comes back, and then they defend the building. I think that's also another way that they survive. But right here in this situation, based off of what Ren is doing, it is now up to Fane to get them out. That's what you really gotta do. It seems to me that like he's very hesitant to use his portal, just in general. But like, that's the thing about playing Wraith, is that you just gotta like instantly know. Wraith's portal is something that you have to recognize the situation that you're in. You have to do a whole like 5-minute foresight when you're Wraith or whatever. That way you know when to use that portal. Ashe is very like reactive, and Wraith's portal is reactive too, but because Wraith isn't instant, because you have to run and expose yourself, and yeah, you have a Q, not always, but most of the time you do, but you're still exposing yourself, so you still have to think ahead because your portal won't always work. Instead of going up the stairs, you just portal. You portal and you Q immediately, and you just hope Gibraltar can make it to the portal. You portal now, right now. You're in this building. You have a safe spot. Pop your ult, then pop your Q, and then get over here.
I do not have any fucking shields.
Better to use it and have a battle portal than not use it at all. I agree. Because like, for the most part, like, if you're inexperienced, it's harder to learn when to use portal if you never use it. It's a lot easier to learn when to use it and when to not if you're constantly using it. So you can't be hesitant when using portal. 1000% survivable.